Shaare teshuva, the gateways of repentance. Last time we talked about we did up till the ninth level of severity, which is sins that you have to die for. We know the three major sins, and we talked about the severity of it. And it's not just those three sins that actually make up for the that you actually have to die for. Even the, if you want to say the lower level of it, you also have to die for. We said, for example, Awadazara. It's not just literally bowing down to idol. Even benefiting from it, you also have to die not to take. Or to say Lashon Hara, which is like killing. Also, you have to die for. That's why we said the Gemara says that you have to jump in the fire not to say Lashon Hara. Why? Because it's to take it literally. Because you have to die not to say Lashon Hara. Because it's like killing. Even though it's not mamash killing, still, you have to die for it. That's where we left off last time. So today we're up to the 10th level of severity, and this is the last level of severity. And this is sins whose transgressors have no share in the world to come. When you do these sins, you have no share. Because if you remember, before, I believe, the shiur before last shiur, we said that the 10th, we said about the sins punished by karet. What do we say about it? We said there's two forms of it. We said one is that he'll be cut off from this world, meaning only in this world he dies dies at a young age. And two, we said he's cut off even from the next world. And this is what we're talking about now. This is really hayav karet, but hayav karet in the more strict form. So that's what we're talking about. So say kuf mem gima. Madrega asirit. The 10th level, homera verot asher en leosehen helak lamaba. The severity of sinful transgressors have no share in the world to come. So haisurim kulam all the creatures were created to bring glory to Hashem Barach. It says, it says, "Kol hanikra b'shmi lefoti v'rati v'sati afasiti." It says, all who have called my name and whom I created for my glory, I have fashioned and even perfected. It largely follows then that one who desecrates the name of Hashem, belittles his word, and has all hope for lost all hope for his future. Not only does he not fulfill which is required of him by the very purpose of his creation, to glorify, which is to glorify Hashem's name, to sanctify it. But he actually does the exact opposite. He desecrates his name. So therefore, he forfeits his existence both this year and the world to come. So we said, so basically what we're saying over here is that first off we said 10th level of severity of sins will have no share in the world to come. Then the Gemara Rabbi Yonah explains why belittling Hashem's name, it makes you lose both worlds. Why? Just why? So the Berna tells us all creatures were created to bring glory to Hashem's name. Right? Okay. So if they're all created to bring glory to Hashem, now you desecrating the name of Hashem, you lost all your hope for His future, because that's the reason that you came to this world. Because not only is it not your purpose, not only that it's your that you're not fulfilling your purpose of creation, which is to glorify Hashem's name. By you not glorifying Hashem's name, so you are actually doing the opposite. You're desecrating His name. That's why you lose your share in this world and the world to come. That's what Rabbi Ronnie tells us. So, it's written in Bamidbar, והנפש שתעשה ביד רמה ואומר את השם הוא מגדף ונכרתה הנפש ההיא מקרב עמה. Person who shall act flagrantly, what happened? He disrespected Hashem. That person shall be cut off from his people. כי דבר השם הזה ואת מצוותו תכרת הנפש ההיא עוונה בה. For he scorned the word of Hashem and violated His commandment, and that person shall utterly be cut off. His sin is upon him. The meaning of that clause, that person shall be utterly cut off, his sin is upon him, is even after the person is cut off, meaning even after he dies prematurely, meaning he dies before his time, he dies younger than he's supposed to live, his sin remains upon him. Whereas death will not bring atonement for that, bring him atonement for that sin, and therefore he has no share in the world to come. He's killed by Nyan. So the pasuk mentions the context of his sin is upon him, which is noteworthy. Since it made no similar mention in the other places where the Torah prescribes the karet penalty. So you will say evidently that this indicates that while karet does not generally entail being cut off from the world to come, when it comes to transgressions that belittle Hashem's name, the punishment is even more severe. So Rabbi is just bringing a pasuk. So Rabbi says it's written that a person who acts flagrantly and he disrespected Hashem, and then that person shall be cut off from his people. For he scorned the word of Hashem and violated His commandment, that person shall be utterly cut off. His sin is upon him. That's what the pasuk says. Now, what does it mean? The last clause, that a person shall be utterly cut off. His sin is upon him. It means that even once he's cut off, he still has a sin upon him. Mirna says that's why the pasuk says the detail of his sin is upon him. In other phrases, when it says hayav karet, it doesn't say after that his sin is upon him, because after you get karet, that's it. Your sin was you're already forgiven for the sin. But even in such a case where you have the more severe form of karet, which is en lahel kalam haba, even after you die, it's not enough to atone for your sin. What does it mean when the pasuk said a person who acts flagrantly, meaning brazenly, is for example, one who commits commonly no sins in full public view. It also includes one who casts off the yoke of Hashem of heaven from himself and transgresses without shame, even if he does so in private. He too is acting fragrantly. The meaning of that the one who casts off the yoke of heaven even includes a person whose rebelliousness is limited to one Torah law. For example, an apostate with regard to eating the meal of nevela, which is an animal that's not stored properly. Eating halal, prohibited fats or blood. Or with regards to desecrating Yom Tov. Even if he does not transgress any other commandments in the Torah, since he removes himself the yoke of a single prohibition and declares himself not bound by it, he already has rebelled against Hashem. So we're basically saying, so when the pasuk says a person who acts brazenly, who we're saying is brazenly, what does that mean? If you, let's say, you committed commonly no sins in the public, as for shalom, and you're doing it without shame, obviously. It also includes, that's what we're talking about. It also includes one who casts off the yoke of heaven from himself without shame. Even if you're doing so in private, you're casting, no, doesn't matter. He too is also acting fragrantly. So even one Torah law, you're casting off the yoke of heaven. This is not for me, which we would call a conservative. For example, an apostle in Nefilah, he denies it. And also eating halal, also Yom Tov, if he does not transgress other mitzvot in the Torah, since he said, I'm patur from this mitzvah, it's not for me, you're already rebelling against Hashem. That's the point. To be sure, even the righteous sometimes succumb in a particular sin. But it occurs only by chance when the righteous person just said overpowers him. Most of the time, the righteous person resists the urge to sin. And indeed, even after he stumbles occasionally, he feels terrible about it and takes some extra care to avoid that sin from now on. Therefore, transgression is not a flagrant sinner, because we're saying a righteous person, he really, let's say, occasionally he stumbles in a sin. It's yet that overpowered him one time, and he obviously feels terrible about it. And now he guards himself even more not to sin from now on. Do that sin. But okay, fine. That you're not in this category, because you really don't want to do it. You got overpowered to get that out, but you're not denying it. Next time you won't. You're trying even harder not to do it. But for them, they just say no. I'm not even gonna. It's not for me. Whatever. However, one who has decided in his heart to cast off from himself the yoke of any prohibition, for example, eating nevelami, allowing himself to transgress it freely whenever he desires, the Hagamim hold him in a positive one matter of the law. Said he forfeits his share in the world to come. Very explain this in the first shaare of Shaare teshuva. So we're basically saying. So we're saying again what I said before. If you're saying, I don't care, it's not for me. Whenever I desire, I'll sin. I don't care. I could do it if I feel like it. So you're considered meshumat, an apostate, you're denying that you're basically saying, oh, it's not for me, and you're basically denying that mitzvah in one matter of law. And so now the classification of an apostate in one matter could be divided into two levels. One, apostate of gratification, which is meshumad l'te'avon, and two, an apostate of defiance, which is meshumad l'achitz. So, is there a difference between these? Is one worse than the other? Rabbeinu explains. Said, the law with regard to shepherds, the earlier times was, so that neither raise off from a pit nor lower them into a pit, meaning that we do not save a shepherd's life if he's in danger, but we have no right to kill him. The definition of shepherds in this context is specifically people who regularly graze their animals in the fields of others, taking advantage of the free, which is not really free, pasture. By doing so, you cast off themselves from the yoke of prohibition of stealing. They are the same categories and apostasy with regard to eating nevelah, or with regard to any other prohibition for gratification, for the te'avon. So, surely if it was a public pasture nearby, they would prefer to avoid the transgression. So this one just shows you the severity of the sin. I mean, it shows you by let's say that Ronnie gives an example. If you just allow yourself, because for your convenience, meaning you're just saying, okay, if there's a sin for convenience reasons, I'll do it, for example. Meaning, you're going to be able to save money. So, in this case, you have your shepherd. You obviously, with the shepherd, means he has to feed his animals. He has to feed his sheep, his flock, whatever. Got to feed his animals. And therefore, so he lets them graze in the animals of the fields of others. He lets them graze from other fields. It's okay, even though it's not their real property. They let them graze there, and really they're stealing. They are considered meshumad. They are apostates of one matter of the law. And therefore, the point is that they are the same category as an apostate with regard to eating nevelah or any other prohibition for gratification, the te'avon. Why? Because not out of the spite of the law against stealing, only because it was convenient and saves them money. So if it's really that it's something to do with desires really here. It's just that it's more convenient for me. And let it be transgressed freely. So you are an apostate in one matter of the law. So that's very scary. Because although really, if you had the choice, you said here, you could do it either by stealing or not stealing. You have two options. I'll give it to you for free. Yeah? I'll give you free food and stuff for your animals. In the field, I'll let you graze your animals graze my field. Well, okay, then you have the other one. The other one, it's gonna come through stealing. No one told you, you just do it. You would choose the not to steal because you don't want to steal. Even though this is so, still salah. Now, what about an apostle in defiance? What about that? What to minim in apikosim, heretics? The Hakamim said, we lower them into a pit. And the Hakamim said, an apostle with regard to eating nevela, some of the divides of the Torah, is included in this category of minim. Because it's a habitual violation of the law, which does not stem from temptation, from a rejection of the Torah law itself, which is heresy. Heretic, heresy. So, basically what we're saying is that with regards to minim and apikosim, we're saying, so mean is, and then they refer to sinners, obviously. They're heretics, they believe in, they adopt various forms of heretical beliefs. And you're including the term mean is that you reject Allah the Torah, because we're going to see below B'ezrat Hashem. But the point is that we lower them in regards to these types of people. We lower them to pits. Hakamim said with the apostle, and they added also that an apostle regarding even eating nevela. So even over here. So basically over here, what's an apostle of defiance? Meaning, what's a meshumad achis? If he had the choice even not to steal or to steal, he would choose to steal. That's 100%, even you would agree there's something wrong with that. So that's the point. So the achis literally means to anger, cause, which indicates that he'd be classified as an apostle of defiance. One who intends to anger Hashem. That's a big problem. The Ronnie explains defiance actually means, since even when he gains nothing from it. So in Yana the meaning of defiance, for example, they sins not because he's tempted by an enticing food. For even when there are properly slaughtered meat in front of him, he will not hesitate to partake the nevela. Since he is rebellious and refuses to accept upon himself to avoid the prohibition of nevela, this is in contrast to an apostate for gratification. He would definitely avoid nevela in such a case. So again what I was saying, that basically even when they had properly slaughtered meat, for example, in front of him, they would choose to eat non-kosher. Or if you gave him option kosher, not kosher, he choose not kosher. He's definitely, no question about it. He is in this even worse of a category, which is Meshumad Achis. Save Kuf Mem Dalet. So we explained the pasuk of a person who shall act frankly. Now we explain the meaning of for he scorned the word of Hashem. So we're saying that we already explained the person. We just explained a person who shall act fragrantly. Now we explain the next part of the pasuk where he scorned the word of Hashem. Said in Sanhedrin, כי דבר השם בזה ואת מצוותו הפר. Who scorned the word of Hashem and violated his commandment. What does it refer to? זה אומר אין תורה מן השמיים. Refers to one who says the Torah is not from heaven. Meaning it's not from the word of God. והמגלה פנים בתורה. One who acts insolently towards the Torah. והמבזה תלמידי חכמים. And belittles the rabbis. והמבזה את המועדות. One who belittles the festivals. Or one who belittles the festivals. כי אף על פי שיש בידיו תורה מעשים טובים. For even if they have the merit Torah Masim Tovim, and Laim Help Allah, no share in the world to come. So what's the Bear not telling us over here? Basically, when the Pasuk says, for he scorned the word of Hashem and violated his commandment, what does it refer to? So it's referring to one who says that the Torah is not from heaven. Meaning, what does that mean? He denies that the Torah is from heaven. Denies that was from Hashem gave it to Moshe, and then so it's not only the written Torah, even the oral Torah. So, what else? Also, one who acts insolently toward the Torah. Meaning, in other words, some common uses interprets this to mean one who perverts or he changes passages in the Torah. So if you're changing the words of the Torah contrary to the halakha, meaning contrary to the rabbinic and the halakhic tradition, so that is this is what the pasuk is referring to. And also one who belittles Talmidei Hachamim, or he belittles the festivals. They, if they have Masim Tovim, there's no share in the world to come. So that's what we're talking about. So see Kuf Memhe, Uferush Hagale Bani Batorah. Here one who acts insolently toward the Torah is Ish Ashid העיז פניו לדבר על התורה דברים אשר לכם. Person who is not so bold, who was so bold that say things about the Torah that are absolutely not true. כמובן אינם נכתבו בתורה אלא הפסוקים וספירות העניינים האלה. For instance, he says these pasukim are accounts of what occurred were written in the Torah for no purpose. In his arrogance and his pompousness, he tells himself, that since he cannot comprehend the deeper meaning of the matters discussed in these Pesukim, he insisted, evidently, they have no deeper meaning. They have no deeper meaning. Therefore, he says they're pointless. So, what the Bear is telling us is that when Torah says one who acts insolently towards the Torah, what does it mean? You're saying things about the Torah, this pasuk, there's no reason for it in the Torah. You say that? It's written there for no purpose. What is it teaching us? There's no reason for it. It's extra, whatever you may say. Since you are not smart enough, you think you're smarter than the Torah, really. But really, the Torah is smarter than you, and that's why you don't understand. Because if you think about it, it could really look two ways. You can't understand, there's only two reasons why you wouldn't be able to understand something. One, that you're not smarter than that person. Meaning, you can't understand, he's talking like I don't know what he's talking about. And two, if you're smart, also, you say, the smart person can't understand what this, dumb person is saying. Same also over here. So, the smart person thinks that he understands the Torah, while the Torah really and he thinks he understands the Torah very good. Doesn't know what the wise are saying with the Torah really. The Torah is no. It's like telling. It's really you don't know, not that he thinks he knows, but he really doesn't. Says Moshe said to the Jewish people, "Take heart of all the words of the Torah, for it is not an empty thing for you," meaning literally from you. It says Mikim. Said in Yerushalmi Ketuvot. Moshe meant that ve'imraku, and if you ever find that it is empty, or meaning Mikim, that you know that this deficiency stems from you. You are lacking the Torah, for you do not toil enough in the study of Torah. Therefore, you are unable to explain the meaning of the matter that you are studying. But do not assume that something the Torah states here has no purpose of meaning. Having much of mindset is considered acting instantly toward the Torah. So again, I'm saying, it's really because of its own limitations. We're saying because the pasuk says it's not it's not an empty thing for you, literally from you. What's from you teaching us that it is an empty. If you ever find that it is empty of meaning, go learn it again. If you can't understand, it doesn't make any sense to you. It's because of your lack of wisdom, not the Torah's lack of wisdom, that you don't understand. You might say, "Oh, because of the Torah." Because the Torah is obviously, if it was from God wouldn't make any mistakes. So you you're really denying that it was from Hashem. Okay, וכן כל זה דבר אחד מדברי התורה ולא יודע עליו. Similarly, anyone who rejects a single statement of the Torah and does not admit to its truth, הנה זה מגלה פנים בתורה, act insolently toward the Torah, even if he doesn't involve in rejection of any Torah law. If you don't admit it that it's true, it's also denying. Even though it's said, I don't believe in this, you just don't admit it that you go now, man, for example, one who says, what benefit do we have from those who study Torah? Why do we need Talmidei Hachamim studying the Torah? It's not going to change regardless. If they gain wisdom only for themselves, but we have no share in their reward. See one who expresses this attitude aside from the fact they belittle Torah scholars, which is also one reason you lose share in the world to come. It also contradicts what is written in the Torah. What does it say? Hashem said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous people in the midst of the city, then I would spare the entire place on their account, which indicates that the merit of righteous people provides protection for others. And this is by you suggesting otherwise, you're contradicting the Torah state of view on the matter, and you're acting insolent. It's an act of insolence towards the Torah. So again, the point is even if you're saying that, if you're saying, oh, why do we need Talmidei Hachamim? They're really not helping us at all. They're not protecting us. They're not bringing beracha into places. If you say that, then you have no share in the reward. And no, so you're also active in the Torah, which has no share in the world to come. ועניין המזלזל את המועדות. Meaning one who belittles the festivals is שעושה מלאכה בחולו של מועד ובאז אל העונש. And he does melacha on Chol Moed and dismisses the notion that there is punishment for it. Arguing that by the perversion of performing melacha on Chol Moed, because it's not explicitly stated in the Torah to do melacha on Yom Tov. It's only as the only the melacha to do melacha on Yom Tov is a problem. That says specifically straight out in the Torah. And then you should say, oh, the rabbis just interpret it like this. No, so I don't have to keep whatever restrictions we have. Because since he rejects the prohibition altogether, and even when he's not tempted by some personal gain, this is among the lines of in a positive matter of one law out of defiance. Regarding which already explained, he has no share in the world to come. So likewise, doing if you reject the obviously, it's needless to say if you reject doing melacha, and so one who rejects melacha on Hamoed, he loses a share in the world to come. So what we're basically explaining is when the pasuk said he belittled the festivals, meaning Hamoed. What does it mean? What does it mean you're doing to Hamoed? You're saying because on Hamoed, there are certain things that you're not allowed to do. For example, writing, it depends, whatever. If you're not going to have loss from it, whatever. So you're not allowed to write for just because, for no reason. There's certain things you have to keep. And by you saying, there's no, it doesn't say in the Torah. It doesn't say you're not allowed to do melacha on Hamoed, only Yom Tov it says. But the Hakamim explain this, they say, it doesn't matter. So you are considered meshumad, an apostate, with the matter law of, which you said, the even more severe category, the achis, the fine. And such a person has no share in the world to come. That's the point. If an idolater wishes to convert to Judaism, boy, which says, I hereby accept upon myself to observe the entire Torah, except for one matter that is expounded by the Hakamim, which I refuse to accept. We do not accept it as a convert. So, because as we all know, in order to convert, you have to accept upon yourself all the mitzvah in the Torah. You can't say, I don't want to keep all mitzvah. If you say, I don't want to keep this mitzvah, you're not allowed to convert this person. Say further, makot, one who belittles his festivals, he desecrates Hamoed shamelessly, is as though he worships idols. Shneimar, el Hag HaMatzot Tishmor, says in Shemot, you shall observe the festival of Matzot. V'samuch lo, and right after that says, Elohem Haseva lo ta'aseh lach. You shall not make for yourself molten gods. So by it connecting, you shall observe the festival of Matzot. The festival, as in the what do you call it? Even Hamoed. So by it connecting it to you shall not make for yourself molten gods, it indicates by belittling Hamoed, it's like worshiping Avodah Zarah. ופרשו זבנה ברכה אל חג המצות תשמור. Amir Zwana explained Hagiya that you should observe the festival of Matzot means do not perform melacha during the entire festival of Matzot, which is Pesach, including the days between the days of Yom Tov, which is Hamoed, even during those days. Why does it say? It says when it says the festival of Matzot means the entire festival of Pesach. This pasuk therefore commands us not to do any melacha in Hamoed. ומה שכתוב ביום הראשון שבתון וביום השמיני שבתון. Said, as for that is written regarding Sukkot, The first day is a rest day, and the 8th day is a rest day. Applies the Chol Moed days, they're not rest days, meaning that it's not to contradict this idea that Melacha is prohibited on Chol Moed. כי יש מלאכות רבות שהן מותרות בחולו של המועד, because there are indeed many מלאכות that are permitted on Chol Moed. כמו שהן מפורשות בדבריהם זמנה לאחר, as set forth by the words of Hachamim זמנה לאחר. So the point is, though, is that, as we said before, is that by desecrating, by you saying there's no problem with doing the melacha that's not allowed on Chol Moed, that is, you're considered a meshumad in the matter, and you're considered in the matter of defiance, and therefore such a person has no share in the world to come. See Kumin Zayin. וזה שעמדו זונה לך, that שהחכמים זונה לך said in Sanhedrin, כי הוא הזה תלמידי חכמים, הוא עושה דבר השם ואין לו אל חלבה. That one who believes to תלמידי חכמים, literally the word of Hashem, therefore has no share in the world to come, יש דבר שיורש בשכל ועיקר במחקר. The matter is rooted in intellect and is based on simple analysis. והנה אנחנו מציעים לעניין טעם ודעת, which will not present a sound rationale for this matter, meaning why the honor of Torah of others is linked to the honor of Hashem himself. So basically, Hakamim tell us when you disrespect the Hakamim, it's like you're disrespecting Hashem. So why? What's the logic behind it? So Rabbi Ronnie explains, Amar Shlomo alav shalom, Shlomo Melech alav shalom said in Mishle, Kavod Hakamim yinchalu uksilim merim kalon. Honor is for the wise to inherit, but shame exalts fools. Inyan kalon ish kalon. The meaning of shame in this context is a person of shame. Similarly, we find elsewhere it says, I am tefillah. In Tehillim, David Melech says that. It actually means, I am a person. I'm a person of tefillah. Likewise, the pasuk says, "Shadol amid the sea," which says in Yirmiyah, actually means you shall dwell among the people of the sea. So you see from these things that although it doesn't say it's a person, it actually means a person. So when it says, like over here, we're saying honors for the wise and inherit, but shame exalts fools. What's shame? But people of shame. Just like a person would say, I am something. You say, I'm very. I am prayer. Like David Melech said, I am prayer. What does that mean? I am prayer. Doesn't mean he's actually a prayer. It means he's a person of prayer. And when it says you shall dwell amid the sea, it means you should dwell among people of the sea. So it's not like you're the actual item itself that's talking about. It's the person who performs this action. So here too, shame also, when it says shame exalts fools, like saying a person of shame promotes fools. פירוש האיש הנקלה והענווה מרים כסילים ומחבר ומשבח אותם, meaning that a shameful and despicable person promotes fools and honors and praises them, instead of honoring and praising the wise. כי יש מכל החכמים והישרים תועלות גדולות. He's considered shameful because honoring Torah, Talmidei Chachamim, and upright individuals brings great benefits to society. וכבוד הכסילים והרשעים מכשולים רבים ועצומים, whereas honoring the fools and the wicked causes a great many pitfalls to society, and he chooses to honor the wicked. So so when a person of shame exalts fools, it means he's promoting fools. What does that mean? That when he's promoting fools and he praises him, which is Reshaim, so by honoring him, so because we know with Reshaim they bring tragedies to the world, so obviously the opposite. Honoring Torah, Talmidei Hachamim, it brings good things, good things to the world. So therefore, it's supposed to honor the Hachamim. But with regards to Reshaim, they bring tragedies to the world. You don't honor them. Bet Hadar Hachamim Utitam Elyonim Divrehem Nishmaim. For when Talmidei Hachamim are exalted and given prominence, their words are heeded. The entire community follows them, accepts their counsel. So obviously, it's because if you respect someone, you're going to listen to what he says. Now, if the people don't respect Talmidei Hachamim, so now they're not going to be listened to. You're only going to listen to someone you respect. If you have some person, you don't respect him at all, you don't like him at all, whatever it may be, you don't respect him at all, whatever, you may not always listen to him. If it's just a regular person, you won't listen to him all the time. But someone you respect, for at least the most part, depending on how much you respect the person, the more you respect, obviously, the more you're going to listen to him, because you respect him. So basically, the point is that whoever you respect more, the more likely you're going to listen to what he has to say. Secondly, so another reason why you have to honor Talmidei Hachamim. So again, the first reason we're saying honoring Torah scholars brings benefits to society. We're saying also that their words are heeded. So that's one. Two, secondly, when people see all the great honor given to Torah scholars, they too will study Torah, thereby inherit honor to themselves, and result Torah knowledge will increase among the people. Said in Pesachim, the person should always engage in study of Torah and the performance of mitzvot, even if it's not for the sake of Torah mitzvot, even for ulterior shelo lishma, even not for the sake of heaven, such as a desire for honor, even talk shelo lishma ba lishma, because through studying Torah doing mitzvah is not for his own sake, but he'll eventually come to study Torah and do the mitzvah for its own sake, for lishma. So what's the second reason we're saying that we have to honor our Talmidei Hachamim? Because the rule goes is that however your society is going to affect you yourself. So now people are honoring Talmidei Hachamim. They're going to follow what Talmidei Hachamim do. And if people are learning Torah, so also you're going to learn Torah now. You're going to increase the Torah knowledge among people. Even, and the very says, even if you're learning it for, not for the Shem Shamayim, exactly. You're doing it for honor, for something, whatever. Even if you're doing it even that, it's still good. Even though it's not as good, it's still good. Why? Because you're eventually, either way, going to come to do it l'shem shamayim. For example, you tell a kid, learn Torah. I'll give you $5, whatever it may be. The kid's happy. He's doing it for the money. Over time, he's going to keep on do it. eventually you can get him to do it even without the money. He's just gonna love the Torah so much he doesn't need the money. Therefore, it's gonna become lishma. Actually, thirdly, the third reason why respecting Hakamim is good. Many people's hearts are asleep, meaning they lack enthusiasm for spiritual matters, will awake from their slumber when they see the glorious honor given to the Torah and those who study it. And they will come to recognize and appreciate the Torah's true value. As a result, a sincere yearning for Torah will enter their hearts. And their involvement in Torah study will be for the sake of Hashem Barach and serving Him, and the sake of serving Him, for the sake of serving Him with a full heart. So third reason we're saying on Talmidei Chachamim is so you have many people they lack enthusiasm for spiritual matters. So they see people honor Torah, so they're gonna get inspired. Say, wow, look at these people. They're gonna start learning and following the Torah themselves. And then start yearning for the Torah. And this goes with anything else. If you see people start liking this thing, you say, wow, I'll start liking it too. And their involvement in the Torah study be for the sake of heaven, and for the sake of serving Him with a full heart. Sifu men. Now all these are important reasons. Firm as a mirror of cast metal, meaning a very strong metal. There's another important reason which surpasses all of them. Which we alluded to in the beginning of the discussion of the above mentioned evil groups of sinners will not have a share in the world to come. There we explain that the primary function of a man is to bring glory to the name of Hashem, and this is also relevant here. For it is known a known matter. Among the ways to sanctify Hashem, the name of Hashem, it's declared through every expression of one's lips and every gesture of one's eyes. Every practice and action that the foundation of man's soul, his splendor, and his innate goodness, essence, purpose, and nobility, is the utilization of these qualities of fearing Him and embracing His Torah. Pasuk says in Kohelet, so the matter when all is said and done, fear Hashem and keep His commandments, for that is the entirety of men. This matter is an honor to Hashem. So honoring the Torah scholars then, who are an embodiment of the steel, is an honor to Hashem. So the fourth and the most important reason that Baranah says that honoring Torah scholars is like honoring Hashem is because that when we said about the beginning of our discussion, we said about evil groups of sinners that have no share in the world to come, where we explained that the primary function of man is to bring glory to the name of Hashem. That's relevant over here. Why? because it's a known matter that among the ways to sanctify the name of Hashem is to declare that with gesture, with your practice and things like that, that you are by serving Hashem, you're showing you're embracing yourself to Him and to His Torah. And by doing this, you're honoring Hashem. So when you're honoring the Talmidei Hachamim, by you honoring someone who follows the way of Hashem, you're basically honoring Hashem. That's the point. For this very reason, you could say the opposite. Belittling Torah scholars is like belittling the name of Hashem. Those are little Torah scholars and God-fearing individuals. Undermine this awareness and through their conduct demonstrate precisely the opposite. That is as though they declare their service is not primary. Honor and glory are reserved for those who attain success in the worldly matters. And the man has an essential purpose aside from serving Hashem Yitbarach. By suggesting this, they are desecrating the Torah. For this reason, they will perish and the congregation will be destroyed without hope for any future, meaning they'll be cut off from this world and the world to come. So, in other words, just like we said, honoring Torah scholars, you're honoring someone who follows the ways of Hashem, meaning that you're actually honoring Hashem by doing that. So, by you not belittling Torah scholars, you're also showing that Hashem's service is not primary in life. And you're saying that, Talmidei Hachamim who worship Hashem to the fullest extent, they're not the primary reason we're here in this world. We're saying, no, you know who we're supposed to give honor to? The rich people, the people who have money, and they're successful, and they have talents, and this and that. But really, a man has his real purpose is to his primary reason he's here is to serve Hashem, and by him doing the otherwise, by giving honor to not giving honor to the Talmidei Hachamim, and that means he has to be giving honor to either Talmidei Hachamim or regular people who are successful in worldly matters. But the thing is, you could only choose one side. So which one is you choose? You can't choose none. You have to choose one of them as primary. So by you not saying by you belittling Talmidei Hachamim, you're saying Torah is secondary in this world. What's more important in life is success, business, this, that. And by doing that, they're desecrating the Torah, and that's why they have no share in the world to come. That's the point. So continuing, now if the unlearned masses will retort, they serve Hashem without studying Torah, and Torah scholarship should not be given to such prominence. The response is as follows: certainly is a known fact כי אין העבודה מתקיימת בלתי על ידי לומדי תורה, שיגעו בה יום ולילה. That serves to Hashem cannot endure without those who study Torah, who delve into it day and night. כי הם ידעו דעה ויודע בינה לעתים לדעת מה יעשה ישראל. They teach knowledge and they understand the unique challenges of the times, knowing how the Jewish people should act in any given situation. והם יעמידו על ישראל ויוציאו תשכח מפי זרעם. They also ensure the continuity of the Torah by the Jewish people, so that it should not be forgotten from their children. מקום שהינו עוסקי בתורה יבואו המשולים וישב בעדה עין. Indeed, in places where there is no Torah scholars, the pitfalls are numerous and no upright person is to be found. These reasons, those who serve Hashem honor the Torah scholars and hold Hashem in order to honor Hashem ולהודיע כי עבודתו היא לבדה, העיקר הנמצא בנבראים, and to declare that service alone is the primary purpose of humanity. So the very nice over here saying, so let's say you have some Amaris, and he'll tell you, oh, the Talmidei Chachamim, they serve Hashem without studying Torah, and they shouldn't be giving such prominence, and therefore, what do they do? Talmidei Chachamim, what do you tell them? So you say that certainly it's a known fact that one cannot endure without those who study Torah. Why? Why can't you? You're not going to be able to, because they teach knowledge. They understand the unique challenges of the times. They know how Jews should act in certain situations. And you think you know better than that. Then you're saying that Talmidei Chachamim, they're useless. What do we benefit from their learning? Not only that, they can make the Torah continue by the Jewish people, so it doesn't be forgotten. Because if you're not going to understand something, what the Torah is saying, because you're not going to have too many people, if there's no Talmidei Chachamim, I mean, you just have, let's say, at least people who just learn Torah, not going deep into the Torah, not understanding. So, you have people who are experienced in the Torah, and they don't understand certain things, so eventually, Has V'Shalom could be forgotten in the Torah. And in such places where there's no Torah, so obviously pitfalls are numerous and no upright persons to be found. Because if you have no place with Torah, Talmidei Chachamim, who's gonna lead them to follow the Torah? And that's why you have to honor the Torah scholars. They are guiding you to what? Serve Hashem. If they're guiding you to serve Hashem, so that's why by you disrespecting them, and you're giving them no kavod, meaning that people are now not going to listen to them, they're not going to care what they have to say. So now, that's disrespecting Hashem, clearly. Because now Talmidei Chachamim, they're coming to help you serve Hashem. And you're not doing that. You're showing, we don't need you. Well, who are you? You're not helping us at all. Disrespecting Hashem is such a person, that's the whole point. So that's what we're saying. Since it has been clarified that Hashem Barach created everything for his honor, first one must focus his heart at all times to honor Hashem, to sanctify his name in all his matters. and to praise, thank, and bless Hashem constantly. Says the Tehillim. I shall bless Hashem at all times. Always shall His praise be in my mouth. When one stands among the people and speaks with his friends, he should think thoroughly and be meticulous and cautious about anything that comes out of his lips. Making sure to sanctify the name of Hashem with his words. To speak in praise and serving Hashem and to fearing Him. And to praise those who serve and fear Him. He will ascertain through his contemplation and expression of his lips alone, without any effort of physical action. The great merit that is as high as the heavens. For this, sanctifying the name of Hashem is essential for a purpose of man's creation. So what Bernard is telling us that since it's been clarified that Hashem created everything for His honor, so obviously that means if it's for His honor, that means you have to find ways to always honor Hashem, because Hashem created the world and everything for His honor, so you have to honor Him by doing His will and honoring Hashem, by making Kiddush Hashem. And you gotta thank Hashem, praise Hashem, things like that. It says, I shall bless Hashem at all times. Always shall I praise, shall His praise be in my mouth. So that's why when you're next to your friends, people and friends, always try to mention the name of Hashem. Try to make a Kiddush Hashem. Sanctify the name of Hashem. And speak praise of those serving Him, Hashem, and fearing Hashem. Praise those who serve Him and fear Him. And by this, just by the expression of His lips alone, He has a great merit that is as high as the heavens. For this, you are fulfilling a very crucial and important part of your creation. Very essential. V'ne'emar, it says Mishle, Masef l'kesef v'yekul al-zahav v'ish lefi ma'alalo. A refining pot is for silver and a crucible for gold, and a man according to his praises. Perush means ma'alat adam lefi ma she'alil. Just as the stature of a person is measured on the basis of that which he praises, if he praises good deeds and Torah scholars and righteous people, then you can know that he is proven that he is a good person. An element of righteousness exists within him. For a person who would not find it within his heart to praise that which is good, and those who are righteous at all times, and with his every word. And to also criticize sins and show contempt for those who commit them, without having rejected evil, and having chosen good. That is meaning that his praise of goodness and Torah scholars inevitably comes from his deep convictions and his true characteristics. ואם ייתכן כי יש בידו עוונות study, and though it's possible that he might possess some unknown sins, even if he despises repeated expressions of admiration for the righteous, he himself may have sinned. אבל מאוהבי הצדק הוא ולא שורש בבחירה. It's nevertheless that from those who love righteousness, and he has a foundation of choosing good, meaning generally makes good choices. He is therefore included in the community of those who honor Hashem. Obviously, on the other hand, one who praises repugnant actions or praises the wicked, even though he seems to be righteous himself, even if he seems to be righteous, he's actually the ultimate evildoer and desecrates the service of Hashem. So Birna is telling us that, and the point is that, so we have Pasuk Mishle, it says, a refining pot is for silver and cooking bowl for gold, and a man according to his praises. So what does this Pasuk mean? That just as the purity of silver and gold is measured through use of a refining pot in a crucible, that the stature of a person is measured based on the basis of which he praises. Meaning that if you praise Sadiqim, it means that you're a Sadiq, because you are honoring, it's most probably that you're Sadiq, because you're honoring the Sadiqim. You're praising the right people, those who honor Hashem. And it's proven, you could tell already that he's a good person, because whoever you're honoring is who you want to become like. And you know, this is the people who are to be honored. This is a big Kiddush Hashem, to be honoring righteous people, obviously, because you're honoring them. And that means that you like the Sadiqim and those. And here, you're rejecting evil and you're showing that you chose good, and therefore, you're supposed to be honoring righteous people, even if you have some sins, you know, may possess unknown sins. Still, you're considered like those who love righteousness and has a foundation of choosing good, and therefore is including the community of those who honor Hashem. But here's the point: the opposite now. You take the Reshaim. If you're honoring the Reshaim, even if you're learning, you seem to be righteous yourself. You do misfon the Torah. It's a big Hilul Hashem to honor the Reshaim. Why? Why should you honor a Rasha who's rebelling against Hashem? You're giving your respect, honor, kavod. And you're showing, oh, wow, you're very good, everything. By doing that, it's a big Hilul Hashem. He's rebelling against Hashem and you're giving him praise. If someone's rebelling if someone hates you, he's doing all bad things against you. They're not going to say, wow, you're a very good person? No. Oh, you're very good. You're doing, you wouldn't say that. And therefore, it doesn't really make any sense. So you really can't be someone that is a Sadiq and really, you can't. There's no way it could be a Sadiq. Either way, you're fulfilling the mitzvot and you like people who do averot. Because if you really were a Sadiq and you really cared if people fulfilled the Torah, you would care. Why are you doing averot? And you would not give him praise. Because by giving him praise, you're showing there's nothing wrong with it. And if there's nothing wrong with it, so why does he have to change himself? And that's a big Hilul Hashem. You're saying, oh, there's no problem with your averot. Continue. You're basically telling him. You're hinting to him, there's no problem with it. That's a very big problem. And you are desecrating. It's a big Hilul Hashem. And Hilul Hashem, cannot be atoned for until he dies. You have to die, even if as much teshuva as you do. You have to be out of this world. Why? Logic is because people, they're gonna, as long as people know you, if you were to pass around the streets and people say, oh, this is this guy who, oh, this is what he said, he made a big Hilul Hashem, wow, it's going to remind him of that, of him making a Hilul Hashem. So as long as he's in this world and people see him, they're going to say, oh, this person, I remember what this guy did. When he desecrated the name of Hashem, he did this and this. He ate pork, whatever it may be. I remember that. So therefore, yeah, that's why Hilul Hashem is so severe. Od amar Shalom alav Shalom. See, Kuf Mem Tet. Shomel Melech alav Shalom said Mishlet. Mayan Nadpas Makor. Oshad Tzadik Mat Lifnei Rasha. Like a bottled spring and a ruined fountain, so is the righteous who falls before an evildoer. Excessively eating honey is not good. Seeking out their honor is honor. So what does this mean? Perush. Kasher yirpos ha'adam et hamayan beraglav. The person muddies his spring with his feet, meaning you're stepping on it. What happens? The waters become very cloudy for a while. But the waters will eventually be calm and they'll be clear as they were at first. So too a righteous person. When he falls before an evildoer, becomes subject to his authority. His true stature is not lowered or diminished because of it. Because of this. And though he might be humbled for some time, 7 times the righteous man falls and gets up. And he will eventually return to his original strength and glory. So basically, the Birna is saying when the pasuk says that like a muddy spring and ruined fountain, so to the righteous falls before an evildoer, excessively eating honey is not good. Seeking out the honor is honor. What does this mean? So just like when a person he steps on a spring, it becomes cloudy for a while, but eventually it calms down, comes back to clear. Also, a righteous person, when he falls before he becomes subject to his authority, he's not going to be lower or diminished because of this. Maybe for some he might be humbled for some time. We know Pasuk says 7 times the righteous man falls and gets up. And therefore eventually he will return to his original strength and glory. So the point is, even if an evildoer gains honor, and the righteous counterpart comes subject to him, his honor will eventually fade, and therefore the true honor of the righteous will re-emerge. Because really the honor of the wicked people is really temporary. Just as all physical things in this world, it's also temporary. So it's not something that's going to be permanently honored. So the point is that the Rishaim when they're honored, the tzaddikim are not honored those times. But of course, eventually, once the shaim they go down, the tzaddikim they come back up. They're back to being honored. Excessively eating honey is not good. That is too also. And the pasuk says that much of a good thing is generally not good. But excessively seeking out the honor of a tzaddik brings honor to the seeker, meaning the more he seeks out their honor, the more he himself is worthy of honor. He is got a tzaddik, for although pasuk says seeking out their honor, it's not specified that he's referring to the honor of the righteous. As it mentions the righteous, the previous pasuk. Surely, the word excessively applies to the word seeking out their honor. As in the case of many places, where a word in the first part of the pasuk refers to also the second part of the pasuk. So in any event, the pasuk is teaching us the importance of seeking out every opportunity to honor Torah scholars and the honor that this will bring to the person himself. So now the second pasuk, it says successfully eating honey is not good. That this too also, much of good things also generally not good. However, if you're excessively seeking out the honor of the righteous people, so the honor is going to come back to you. Because how do you know? Maybe it's not referring to the tzaddikim, seeking out their honor. Maybe you think it means the tzaddikim, because it doesn't specify tzaddikim. So it means also their honor. The people who are honoring tzaddikim, which is said in the previous pasuk. So that it's referring to that you're going to get the honor. You're worthy. So the point is, if you honor tzaddikim, you're worthy of honor. Pitfalls that exist when the wicked are honored and both numerous and well known. First and primary, because honoring them, which effectively shows the approval of their behavior, constitutes the desecration of Torah and divine service. And this is a sin that destroys both soul and body. So this whole thing so basically he's telling us. So now the Berna describes the harm that results from honoring evildoers. What's negative about it? Honoring evildoers. So now the Berna is gonna bring a couple of things. So one, the first reason. By honoring them, this is the desecration of the Torah, and sin, and this is a sin that destroys both the soul and body, meaning not only are you destroyed in this world, also in the next world. And that's why tragedies come from honoring evildoers. Second, because they are are then drawn to them, and they adopt their deeds. So the second thing is because when you like whoever you like, you're gonna try to be like them. So if you like Yeshayim, so you're gonna try to be like them, and that's not good. You're following the ways of the Rasha. See Kufnun Aleph, Rashi Sheet third reason why you can't follow their don't be drawn don't follow their ways. Because those who associate the evildoers, even do not act as they do. They don't act as they do. They just they're associated with them. מקבלים פורענות כעושה בהם. They receive punishment like them. כאשר זכרנו כבת. As we already mentioned elsewhere. This is another consequence from resulting from being wicked, honoring the wicked. So basically, what's the third thing? Why is it bad to honor the wicked? Because those who associate with them, if you're not actually acting like them, you're gonna receive punishment like them. So that's another thing. Honoring the wicked, getting punishment, even if you don't follow them, it's still not avirah to honor the wicked. Hilul Hashem, regardless, even if you don't follow the ways. Fourth, because the evildoers, when the evildoers enjoy honor, they diminish the honor that had to be given to the righteous, or the people who represent the truth, and those undermine the divine service of the entire community. You need to honor the righteous cannot succeed in influencing the people's service of Hashem, unless the honor of the evildoers has been degraded. Kimo Shigatu is written, the house of the wicked will be demolished and the tent of the upright will flourish. The success of the righteous depends on the downfall of the wicked. Renee Manas further said, the city is built up by the blessings of the upright and is torn down by the speech of the wicked. Spiritual welfare of the community depends on the righteous being dominant. Therefore, critical that the wicked are not honored and admired so the righteous can shine, and therefore raise the community's commitment to Hashem and His Torah. So the fourth reason why the football exists when you wicked enjoy honor and admiration is because by honoring them, so you are hiding the tzaddikim from their shine. You're taking away their, you're making the shaim the people that are honored, and therefore you're pushing aside the tzaddikim. And the point is that when you're honoring the reshaim, you can't have, if you're honoring the reshaim, that means if you're honoring the reshaim, so it means you're not honoring the tzaddikim. So this means that only when a rasha is downgraded, he is pushed to, he is destroyed, that's when the tzaddik is dominant. So meaning a tzaddik can't be all good and everything if the rasha is not down and all bad. So that's why the pasuk says, the house of the wicked will be demolished. First they will be demolished, then in the house, then the tent of the upright will flourish. Meaning, in order for the tzaddikim to become all great and respected, first the reshaim have to be demolished. You have to get rid of them. Without it, it's not happening. And that's why in Amidah we say Laminim v'lam al-shinim, which is talking about the downgrade of and the destruction of the reshaim, comes before Allah Sadiqim, which talks about the righteous people being successful in what they do, because they can't be successful in their actions without the reshaim first being destroyed. So that's the point. Save Kuf Nun Gima. All Amrut Raka. So now Rabbeinu returns to explain the pasuk that says, "For he scorned the word of Hashem." Raka also stated, "Yesh b'chol amar shekatuv ki devar Hashem bazeh." uh, that we included in that which is written, which is going the word of Hashem, is Daber Devre Torah Rehoot Hatunafot, one who speaks the words of Torah, filthy alleyways, one who's able to study Torah and does not do so, the one who studies books of heresy. And our Hakamim also explained that the pasuk states he violated his commandment. Is that referring to one who he violates the covenant of the flesh, doesn't circumcise, he refuses to circumcise himself. So the point is that, so also included for he scorned the word of Hashem, is that he speaks the words of Torah in filthy alleyways, such as the bathroom, not allowed to speak the words of Torah or even think about Torah in filthy places. And one who studies Torah, he does not do so. He could do Torah, and not, even though he's open, he's doing nothing. He does not learn Torah. One who studies books of heresy, meaning it's all nonsense. And these things, you're scorning the word of Hashem. So then we said, also explain when the pasuk says, and he violated his commandment, it's referring to one who violates, he doesn't do brit milah. Because the commandment is the brit basar, which covenant of the flesh. See if Kufnum Gimel. So everyone knows such another statement of what the Hakim said regarding sins. One may lose his world, a share in the world to come. All chahino. We further learn in the Mishnah, all Israel have a share in the world to come, even if they have sinned. It says, and your people Israel are all righteous, and they shall forever inherit the land, where it's in the world to come. However, the following people do not have a share in the world to come, to the severity and the nature of their own sin. One who says there's no tehiyat hamitim, no reference of tehiyat hamitim in the Torah, which we'll explain immediately. One says Torah is not from Shemayim, and not bikoros. So we're saying, so if you're in a shot, in general, you'll suffer, you go to Gehinom for X amount of time. But once you're done with that, you have a share in the world to come. But there's exceptions to this rule, that eventually the Reshayim go to Olam Haba. So some of the people who don't have a share in the world to come, so one who says no tehiyat hamitim in the Torah, he denies the Torah is from heaven, and he's an apikoros. And we'll explain what these mean. Is Hirunu Zvana Raka Bamamar Hazeh. Zvana Raka cautioned us in this statement that להאמין כי נכתבה אמונת תחיית המתים בתורה, to accept the principle of תחיית המתים that is written in the Torah, וכי הוא אחד מקריה, and that is one of the fundamental tenets. ואחד מן המקומות שפרשה בהם תחיית המתים בתורה, one of the places where תחיית המתים is mentioned in the Torah, שנאמר, אני אעמיד בחיה בחסי ואני ארפא. Says in Devarim, I Hashem put to death and I make live. I wound and I will heal. Hakamim Shemona Raka said in Sanhedrin, יכול מיתה באחד ותהיה Be'had. It would be possible to interpret the pasuk I put to death and I make live to mean Hashem brings death to one who death to a person and life to another. Tamud Omar Mahasti Vaniyatpa. When the teaches otherwise, that's not the meaning. It says I wounded and I will heal. What's the point of saying that also? Just as wounding and healing mentioned here are in reference to one. That one, the same person, the one who's wounded can be as only one who is wounded can be healed. So too the death and life mentioned earlier in the pasuk are referring to one in the same person, meaning that Hashem will give life to those who have died, meaning that he'll perform the resurrection of the dead. So again, we're just saying over here. So it's one of the fundamental tenets, and also, so an example of this that says mentions Tehiyat HaMetim in the Torah says, I Hashem, but to death that I make live, I wound and I will heal. So how can we explain? So you might say that I put to death and I make live. You might say, oh, okay, Hashem brings death to one person and life to another. But really, it's why does it say I wounded and I will heal? Such as just like wounded and healing is referring to one person. Also, life and death. I put the death, meaning that I'm gonna get someone's gonna die and then he's gonna come back to life. In other words, and that's proof for Tehiyat HaMetim. It's a reference to Tehiyat HaMetim mentioned in the Torah. So now the Mirna explains, and then we'll conclude with these things and with this thing. The term apikodes. What's an apikodes? See kuf nun het. Vinyana apikodos. Regard to what constitutes an apikodes. Teshuva zekonamlaka. Hakamitz manalaka said in Sanhedrin. Ki ha'isha asher enenu. That is referring to a person who does not conduct himself with reverence and dignity toward the Torah. Scholars, even if he does not directly degrade them, for example, he belittles his fellow in presence of his Talmid Hakam. Meaning you're not embarrassed of the Talmid Hakam to do any sins in front of him, in other words. Without showing respect for the Torah of the scholar. Since the Torah is not esteemed enough in his eyes to act toward it in a reverential manner, and there's no share in the world to come. So we're here too, he's counted among those who desecrate the Torah, meaning he scorns the word of Hashem. For this reason, Hakamitz said, in Pesachim, et Hashem Elokecha tida, you should fear Hashem your God. It says that in Devarim. L'rabo Tamidei Hachamim. Et is coming to include Tamidei Hachamim. So Torah scholars represent Hashem's Torah. So also the obligation to fear Hashem extends to revering them as well. So what we're saying is what's an apikodes? Saying one who is not embarrassed with the Torah scholars to do sins in front of them. He even if he doesn't directly degrade them, meaning he shows there's no it's not nothing. He's like a regular person, like a president. If you're in front of the president, you're gonna you're not gonna go act foolishly and running around or doing some crazy things. You're whatever. You want to look good. You want to. You don't want to belittle your friend. You won't embarrass your friend in front of him. You won't do certain things. because you have some respect for him. By you, even though you don't specifically say it with words, you don't verbally say, "Oh, I hate this person. I have no respect for this Talmid Chacham." By you not embarrassed to act act bad and embarrass your friend in front of him, by you not embarrassed, you also are considered an apikoros. And therefore you have no share in the world to come. And he is counted those that scorn the word of Hashem, and therefore, having say you should fear Hashem your God. It says, Et Hashem, Elokei Katira. What's Et coming to include? Talmidei Chachamim. Also fear the Torah scholars. Save Kuf Nuvav, Rashi needs, and second or alternatively. Ki ha'yirah mehem sivan le'irat shamayim, because all of them leads to the greater fear of Hashem. For when the words of Torah scholars are accepted as a result of their being revered, הלא הם יורדו וידריכו את העם ליראת השם הנכבד והנורא. Sure, they will teach and guide the people that fear Hashem, who is exalted and awesome. It says, "Vayirah kol ha'am me'od et Hashem ve'et Shemuel," and all the people greatly fear Hashem and Shemuel. So, an alternative explanation of the Gemara, because they were commanded to revere the Torah scholars, because having all of them leads to greater fear of Hashem. And therefore, when their words are accepted as a result of their being because when the Torah words of Torah is accepted, it's as a result of their being revered, honored, and feared. Surely they will, of course, teach and guide people to fear Hashem, and therefore, that's why you have to also respect the Talmidei Chachamim and fear them. So, Ronnie continues explaining what's an apikoros. Including the term apikoros. One who says, what benefit do the scholars provide through their constant studies? Is there anything about them that can say, look, this is new law, which the Torah does not tell us already? Why have they never permitted us to eat ravens? Why don't they forbid us to eat doves? Such people never knew, never heard from others, and never opened their ears to even, they'll never even open their ears. And their ears not even open. About the benefits of engaging in Torah study for its own sake, as a result of their willful ignorance, the value of Torah is minuscule in their eyes. And they deny the exalted light that it contains. They belittle the word of Hashem, therefore they have no share in the world to come. It is therefore written, it is therefore our obligation to teach the Jewish people the benefits of studying Torah. Indeed, with God's help, we write these benefits in Shaare Torah. We don't have it, of course, unfortunately. In order that the hearts of the people will yearn to the Torah, devote themselves to the study. Those who are not yet are not capable of studying Torah, will at least recognize the glorious honor associated with Torah study. and they'll gain merit through his awareness alone. And most importantly, the souls will not be lost in the world to come by believing the Torah and Torah scholars as they have acquired appreciation for it. So what we're saying is that what else is included in the term apikoris? Well, it says, what benefit do Torah scholars have? What do we learn? What are they coming to teach us by learning Torah? There's nothing new to be learned from the Torah. The Torah already says it. Something that we didn't know already. What do we have to keep on learning Torah? We already have the Torah says it. There's nothing else to learn. Okay, so what do you want from us? The one they have to study, and the result of this, the Torah study is like it's useless. It's a waste of time. What are they doing? And therefore, they deny the light. And since you're denying the beauty of the Torah, no share in the world to come. Therefore, it's our obligation to teach the Jewish people study Torah indeed, and also in order, and some of these benefits, in order that the hearts will yearn for Torah. Those who are not capable of studying Torah will come to at least recognize the honor associated with the Torah study. Get married to this awareness alone, their souls will not be lost in the world to come. So, very nice just saying that about Napikoris. That also included in it is someone he doesn't know, he denies the beauty of the Torah. He says, with no reason for Talmidei Hakamim to be studying. They're wasting their time. There's nothing extra we could learn from them. See Kuf Nun Zayin, Rechlal Apikoros. Also including Apikoros, Akoreh, Le'abo B'Shmo. One refers to my teacher, Rebbe, he says his name. He doesn't say Rabbi so-and-so. He says whatever his name is. If let's say have a rabbi, let's say call him Rabbi Reuven, he calls this rabbi, he says Reuven. Calls him by his name. Doesn't call him by the title of a rabbi. Said in Sanhedrin, Tikat Mashane Nash Gehazi. The reason Gehazi, who's the disciple of Elisha Hanavi, was punished, and also she in the world to come. He referred to his teacher by his name, Shneimad. Gehazi said, this is the woman, this is her son whom Elisha had revived. Since he called Elisha by, even though he called his rabbi Elisha, called him by his name, lost his share in the world to come. And therefore, we learn from here he had called the rabbi by his name. He had to call him a rabbi. Save Kufnu Het. Now the essence of all the sins of punishments are mentioned thus far in this level of severity. That the underlying reason that sinners included in this group have lost their share in the world to come. Due to the desecration of the Torah, said, Hilul Hashem is greater than all the sins. One cannot attain the throne for even due to teshuva and suffering. As in the case of the other severe sins, only teshuva and death, will be explained below. The categories of atonement, which is the fourth shaare, said, there's no delay or retribution. The punishment given to the desecration of Hashem's name, whether unintentionally or intentionally. In other words, what we're saying is that the essence of all the sins and punishments mentioned in is basically in this level of severity is that is due to the desecration of the Torah that their sins caused. It's Hakadosh Baruch Hu said that sin of desecrating and doing a Hilal Hashem. So the Birna is just saying that the reason that this is so severe is because it's very big Hilal Hashem. That's the big part over here. And we said that you cannot gain atonement even through teshuva or suffering, as I said before. And that's the point. There's no and also Hakadosh said there's no delay in the retribution for the punishment given for the desecration of Hashem's name, was done unintentionally or intentionally. So Hashem's going to punish the guy as soon as possible. ועתה עמוד מתבונן וגודל חיובנו לקדש את השם. Now pause and contemplate the extent of our obligation to sanctify לאהוב השם כי יקד מה שקידשנו השם פרח בתורתו ומצוותיו. But the main reason that Hashem Parach sanctified us through the Torah and Mitzvot, Dilanu liyot lo, it says apart from the other nations, to be his nation, so that we sanctify sin and fear him, kira we sheyu makdishav kedoshim. As it is fitting that those who sanctify him should themselves be holy. בשגם הכלים שעובדים בהם לפני השם ברח צריכים להיות קודש. Much like the vessels used in the servants of Hashem Barach must be holy, כמו שאמר, as it says in ויקרא, ולא תעלו את שם קודשי ונקשתי בתוך בני ישראל, אני השם מקדשכם. You shall not desecrate my holy name, rather I shall be sanctified among the church of Israel. I am Hashem, who sanctifies you. שים לבך להבין, כי העניין שאמרנו מפורש במקרא הזה. Set your heart to understand the idea that we just stated is expressed in this pasuk. So what we're saying is that the Mirnash is telling us that you should pause and contemplate the extent of our obligation to sanctify the name of Hashem, because the main purpose we're here is to be sanctify Hashem. That Hashem sanctifies us through His Torah and His fault, and that's why we're set apart from any other nation to do Kiddush Hashem, and this is fitting for. Okay, so the point is that you gotta make us. We're here to sanctify Hashem's name. So when the pasuk, and as it says, you shall not desecrate my holy name. Rather, I should be sanctified among the church of Israel. I am Hashem who sanctifies you. That's exactly what we just said. Further said Tehillim, Hashem commanded His covenant for eternity, holy and awesome is His name. Perush, the meaning is as follows: Bavur ki kadosh, because His name is holy and awesome. Siva leolam beritov v'kedeshanu, sotav lekadesho oira memenu. Hashem commanded His covenant for eternity and sanctified us with its word, so we're able to sanctify Him and to fear Him properly. Best reason is stated immediately afterward. The beginning of wisdom is the fear of Hashem, meaning the primary reason, the primary purpose of the Torah and its word is to sanctify us so that we can better fear and sanctify Hashem's name. So the Gemara is telling us that when it says further, it says Hashem commanded His covenant for eternity, holy and awesome is His name. What does that mean? Because His name is holy and awesome, Hashem commanded His covenant for eternity and sanctified us with His mitzvot, and to sanctify and to be pure. And this reason, immediately afterwards, is the beginning of wisdom is the fear of Hashem. Meaning, so by by the Torah mitzvot, the reason to sanctify us is the reason why does it have to sanctify us so that we can gain wisdom, fear, and sanctify Hashem's name. The video now concludes. Reality is dedicated to Hashem. Through the sanctity we gain from the mitzvot, we are considered shaare with Hashem. We sanctify the name of Hashem. To be among the holy angels who sanctify and exalt him. Says Hashem is exalted in the great council of holy angels. So again, to conclude, Avernash is telling us, as we said before, again, we're here to sanctify the name of Hashem, and be among the angels who sanctify and extol him. The pasuk says Hashem is extolled in the great council of the holy angels, etc. So besides Hashem, next time continue Seif Kuf Nun Tet. We'll talk about besides Hashem the other classes of sinners who have no share in the world to come. We mentioned Abikoris. We have things that besides Hashem next time, like the enemies of Hashem, who's classified as an enemy of Hashem, things like that. Besides Hashem, we'll continue next time and finish the 10 perhaps finish the 10th level of severity very soon.